I know this isn't the side-by-side you were hoping to see from Honda, and to be perfectly honest, it's not what we were hoping or expecting to see from Honda either. It's weird, it doesn't currently fit into any side-by-side category, and I'm pretty sure it answers some questions nobody has ever asked. And yeah, it does have a few glaring inequities. But I'm gonna be honest here, as much as I wanted to hate it, I just don't. But before you head over to your laptop and start angrily clacking away on the keys to let me know how wrong I am, just listen for a few minutes. The Pioneer 500 is important. It's Honda's first attempt at a trail-size 50-inch side-by-side. It's targeted at people who not only want to work, but also want to play a bit. So why is this important? Because it proves Honda is finally starting to respond to the needs of the market. And this is definitely a good thing. But the Pioneer 500 is a bit of a strange approach to a segment. The driveline is a mishmash of current and new technology that leaves us with as many unanswered questions as its strange exterior. The horizontally mounted 475cc mill is the same as the one we've become familiar with in the Rubicon. It's mated to an electronically shifted manual transmission with steering column mounted paddle shifters. Paddle shifters, weird stuff. But here's the deal. This 500 engine actually feels really good in this vehicle. Whether it's its lightweight, small size, or maybe just my low initial expectations, I was pleasantly surprised. Ready for your head to explode? Here we go. I actually like the paddle shifters. Okay, I guess I need to quantify that. The paddle shifters are cool and would be awesome on a big horsepower pure sport side-by-side. They work excellent, and gears are shifted with a really aggressive, racy feel, like something you'd expect to find on a high-performance car. Unfortunately, this is not a high-performance sports car. A vehicle like this needs to have an automatic transmission. The intended purpose of the Pioneer 500 is not to be driven like a pure sport side-by-side, so the coolness of the paddle shifters is really lost in translation. The shift pattern is something you'll need to get used to. First gear is labeled low range and is useless 99% of the time. You'll want to take off in second. Second, third, and fourth gears are extremely short, with fifth being a quasi-overdrive to the electronically limited 64 km/h top end. So no, you ain't gonna be winning any Baja races, but cruising through the bush I found the ample torque of its 500mm meant I rarely had to shift at a third or fourth gear. Power delivery was buttery smooth, and there always seemed to be something there for me when I pushed my right foot to the floor. A dashboard-mounted 4x4 selector lever gives you the option of 2 or 4-wheel drive, but despite this vehicle being marketed as a work and play type of utility machine, there is no unlocking rear diff option to save your grass when working around the yard. There's no denying the 5.9 inches of front and rear wheel travel is low. Even most low-end side-by-sides have 7+ inches. However, despite its limited travel, the half-liter Pioneer actually rides okay. I wouldn't be taking it out and jumping it or anything, but for a quick rip on the trail, it's not bad at all. What is truly weird though, is the overall appearance of the 500, which is only enhanced by the lack of a rear cargo box. The front end almost looks cartoonish with its excessively tall front fenders. In contrast, the rear looks like it's been chopped off behind the seats. I'm not gonna say I think it looks bad, because honestly, I don't. I think it has a little tough guy look, and with a decent set of wheels and tires, it could look pretty good. Unfortunately, there is no getting around the lack of a rear cargo box. Honda says the rear ATV-style rack gives maximum cargo hauling versatility. I can see how it gives different options for hauling cargo than a traditional dumping bed, but there is nothing maximum about it. Simply put, there's nowhere to put your stuff. You have to shell out an additional $350 for the accessory cargo bed if you want to haul anything that can't be strapped to a rack, which is generally why you bought a side-by-side in the first place. So let's say you can come to terms with the lack of a cargo box, you can live with the paddle shifters, and like me, you're happy with the output of its motor. The Pioneer 500 would seem like a pretty good buy, wouldn't it? But hold on, there's one last issue we need to discuss. Price. The Pioneer 500 retails for $84.99 US. At first glance, that's a great deal, but for the same money, you can buy a competitive model that includes an unlocking rear diff and a dumping cargo box. In Canada, that price differential grows considerably, with the Honda costing $600 more than its closest competition. Of course, its competition is not a Honda, and Honda's reputation for reliability and durability are not just world-renowned, they're also very valuable. If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then, click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from DirtTrax TV.